Hello, everybody! Welcome to the second SI Not Found GOATS tournament. It's the second one, baby. We're here. It's finally happening. You know who I am. I'm Moss, joined by Preston. Preston, say hello.
Hello.
Thank you guys all for being here. We have an amazing tournament set up, and especially a first day of Overwatch. So why don't we just go ahead? Let's just take a look at the schedule, show you guys what's going on today. So we will be starting with the Gigachad gamers facing Caked Up. And then as we look down here, the Burger Flippers will be playing Elmo's Elbow. Fortnite Esports, our returning champions, will be facing off against the People Pandas. And Kung Fu Panda 3 will be playing Hold W. Now, the bottom one, some of you might be wondering, why is it loser of this, loser of that? Well, if we can take a look at the bracket here, Carrie. If we take a look at the bracket here, we're actually running a double elimination tournament. So last time we had 8 teams, 1 round, single elimination, winner go home. This time we're switching it up a little bit. So as you can see, Fortnite Esports and People Pandas, the loser of that game, will be playing the loser of the Burger Flippers and the Elmo's Elbow later tonight in our last game. Preston, how you feeling, brother? You know, we're here.
Oh, I'm super excited with this tournament setup. We have double the Overwatch, double the content, and double the storylines. And I do really love the storylines, especially from the first one with Fortnite Esports just absolutely sweeping through the competition. We'll have to see if they can keep their crown.
And we will get to see them in action later. But first off, we're going to take a look at the Gigachad gamers and Caked Up. So 2 new teams. Some returning members on both sides from last tournament. Preston, going into this first game, you know, I know there's a lot of stuff you looked at specifically last tournament. Are you looking for those same things? Are you looking for something new from these teams? What are you trying to get out of these guys here?
So I know from scrims that I watched that the Reinhardts on these teams are both good. So I want to see good Rhine play coming out from them. That's kind of what we expect. But really, I want to see the support ultimates. Like you said, last tournament, support ultimates are key. And especially in scrims, we saw that support ultimates really did end up deciding a lot of those games and the way fights went.
So before we hop into the match, 2 things. One, if any of you watch our streams normally, you know that we like to gamble a little bit here, have a little bit of fun with the channel point predictions. We're bringing it in for this tournament now. You can bet on channel points. Bet your channel points. Predict who you think is gonna win. Take your team, ride them into the sunset, or if they get eliminated in the first round, GG, go next, I guess. Also, one thing I want to fist. So obviously, you know, me, Preston, Mark, and Nick, we're casting, but this whole tournament is being run internally by our boy Carrie. If at any point tonight we run into any technical issues, the stream goes offline, or you know, stuff starts to lag, stay with us. We'll work it out as quickly as we can. I know the stream will go down for you guys, but it also goes down for us. So just hang in with us. If something happens, stick around. We're not going anywhere. You guys don't go anywhere. And just for that, we're ready to hop into our first game here. Gigachad gamers and Caked Up going to be starting on Nepal. So as we load in here, Preston, like you said, you're looking at Rhine play. Are you looking at any players specifically on either of these teams?
I just know that Monway and Bakura have traditionally been their runs. I have a feeling they'll stick with those roles, just team synergy and just the way it plays out. It's going to be better to keep them on the Rhines. So I would like to see the Rhine 1v1 and just kind of see how that plays out, because some of the Rhine ults have been sloppy, but that's to be expected when you're getting used to the team.
Well, I mean, I don't really know what to say at this point. We made it. We're here. Everyone in chat, get excited. Start throwing your channel points in those predictions. We're going to kick off right now on Nepal. Bakura not picking a hero yet. I'm sure he's waiting, getting excited as well. There you go.
He can only pick Rhine.
Finally,
so, yeah.
Let's go, boys.
Nice charge. Love to see those types of rollouts right there. Absolutely amazing.
Gigachad gamers successfully making it to point first but Caked Up, not anyone to mess around with. These guys really know what they're doing. But Bakura faces a lot of pressure early, falls very low. Gigachad Gamers really good at chasing, punishing, 3 in the kill feed immediately, and an easy first fight here for the Gigachad Gamers.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as the Reinhardt got low, they were pumping all the resources into him, and there just wasn't enough to go around. And as you saw, everybody around the Reinhardt fell to the hammer, but Reinhardt was one of the last to go. So really, really important as a Reinhardt to have that kind of tempered aggression.
All right, Bakura, again, wants to lead his team here. Doesn't want to get that shield too low. Manwë playing very passively, trying not to get anything here. Good shatter comes out from Manwë, manages to find 4. The cleave is there. They managed to demech. Actually, Greeny gets demeched in the process of that. So not a whole lot of follow-up. All supports falling very low. But the support ults are starting to come online for both teams here. Let's see how they choose to utilize them. Bakura drops the shatter, finds 4. But again, no cleave, no follow-up. Beat comes out from Protein Shake. Ults being used left and right from both teams. Relatively even shatter comes out from Manwë, finds a few. Fight still anyone's to be taken, but it looks like Caked Up Gigachad Gamers, has the advantage here. All the supports are just trying to run away. Bonesaw chasing with the grab, very aggressive play. Manwë with a cleanup, and another clean fight win here for the Gigachad Gamers.
Yeah, that was a long fight. There's a lot to break down, and it's still going right into their spawn. But the support ults, you saw, they really decided that fight. The trans ult at first was a little bit questionable, but it was in a grab, so I understand that. The beat came out just a bit late for the break, but as soon as Caked Up used all their support ults and they still lost that fight, it's gonna be tough to come back from that.
Greeny initiates the fight with the bomb, doesn't find any kills. Both Reinhardts getting very close to shatter, and as I say that, Manwë drops the shatter. Finds a few, but Koala, though, doing a really good job of defending his team. The advantage right now is with the Gigachad Gamers. Or, I'm sorry, with Caked Up as they push back the Gigachad Gamers. Greeny trying to stall as much as they can on point. And right here, 99-0, Caked Up will flip the point here on Nepal.
In the preparation for this tournament, I think I have seen the most 5-man shatters go the shattered team's way. I don't know why, but a team will land a huge shatter, and then the other team ends up finding a pick and winning the fight. It makes no sense, but it's how it's been breaking down for us recently.
All right, Gigachad Gamers want to get back on the point. They don't want to let these guys take a whole lot of percentage. They want to end this now. Bakura drops the early shatter. Doesn't find anybody, but the grab comes out from Koala. Great trance from left. Able to save his team as Bonesaw and Manwë do the work. B comes out from Protein Shake, just allow them to get a little bit more aggressive here. Manwë pushing this advantage, and Gigachad Gamers doing a really good job of just cleaning up this fight. And it looks like it might be all but over.
Yeah, with one fight, it was kind of expected that they'd take that first map, so not super surprised that they were able to clench that and finish that out.
Gigachad Gamers going up 1-0 as we move over to Village in Nepal. Now, typically, you know, you see a lot of different strategies coming out on this map, but what do you want to see when teams run goats here, Preston? Obviously, you know, there's a lot of different heroes you can utilize here, but when you're stuck to these 6 heroes, how do you want these guys to play this?
So generally, you want to end up taking opposing sides of the point, and then just kind of poke and prod and abuse the neutral game to really generate an advantage in the fight.
Well, both teams choosing to take the high ground here initially. Both Ryans want to get aggressive. Early boop on the whack. Bakura falls low. He's got that He's got that Discord orb. Both Ryans with a Discord orb. But Manwë falls early. Great pick off by Imagine. Imagine doing work. Gets 2 kills now in this fight. And the Gigachad Gamers forced to just retreat. Try and save as much as they can. They don't want to get staggered out here in this first fight.
Yeah, massive picks from the Zenyatta. Absolutely huge to get those picks early. And then just to force the fight to a quick close is going to be really key, just to generate as much value as they can from these points.
Alright, well, Left now trading his blow, taking his turn on the Zenyatta, getting the early pick onto Bakura. Koala doing work though. Both teams evenly trading here. It's still anybody's fight. But Left died with Trans, so that's a big thing for them to die with here. Both tank ults up for Caked Up. So let's see if they decide to use them here. Monway finds Teenum. Still waiting to see if we can get any of these tank ults. Bakura finally coming back. Let's see if he can hit a big shatter here. And he does, but it seems like the fight's kind of already won. Unless Protein Shake, though, does manage to flip over the point. Caked Up gets back on, and it looks like they're going to just stave this off. And they're like, this is our point.
The death from Lep wasn't nearly as key as it seemed at first. You know, free fight for Koala to just use his grab, no repercussions, and then Lep would have been off pace and it would have been all messed up for him. But unfortunately for them, they weren't able to use it. They only ended up using the Shatter, which they now have the support ults to counter as well.
Beat comes out early from Protein Shake here. Greeny, my feed's getting a little messed up here. We're trying to take a look at this. Grab comes out from Bonesaw, trying to get any kills out here. Doesn't manage to, can't capitalize on it. Tynum though with a big beat. Whack drops the bomb, doesn't manage to find anybody. Gigachad Gamers still in possession of this point. Fight's still anyone's game though. Greeny drops the bomb early, throws it out, see if he can get any kills. Oh, good shield by Bakura. Good reaction there. Qualifying too, getting a huge amount of value on this Zarya here. But Monway and Greeny still trading it out. And, you know, some supports lag behind, and Greeny lags behind as well. Gonna try and just stagger as much as they can, but Caked Up should have this fight won.
I'm not sure if a delayed contest is the right move, but they were able to flip the point. They have been holding it, so it's obviously been working pretty well for them. Yeah.
All right. Sorry guys, we're having a little bit of trouble with our feed on our side here, but hopefully everything's still good for you guys. But let's get back to the action. The Gigachad Gamers drop an early rally, just want to move right on the point, and they do while Caked Up is occupying the high ground. Bakura drops the Shatter, doesn't manage to find anybody though, and no one Monaway drops the Shatter, finds Drinkwater, but great trans in reaction by Imagine. Bonesaw with the grab, drops it immediately, along with Protein Shake drops the beat. Monway cleaving away at that grab, and a really nice follow-up on that grab by the Gigachad Gamers.
I'm currently trying to get it.
Just trying to get in the game. Gigachad Gamers looking to push their advantage a little bit. Caked Up looks a little bit shook here. They were doing really well to start up this round, but now they're kind of getting thrown around. And now they're going to take the same approach. Gigachad Gamers are up on the high ground. Caked Up wants to try and just move on to point really quickly, but Greeny's going to try and follow. Monway with a great shatter picks off Drinkwater. So they're already one down. Greeny with a huge bomb to 3K. This fight's over. It looks like the Gigachad Gamers, that was last fight territory. They kill Whack here, and it's just going to be 2-0. Gigachad Gamers are going to go up 1-0 in the series against Caked Up with a win on Nepal.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Just had a mess happen there where it just all broke down for us, so we gotta redo some stuff here real quick. So just stick with us. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
So I was watching a slideshow for the entire second map. So
from what you could see, you know, what did Gigachad really do on that map?
I thought the fact that they were able to flip over the point without winning the fight was key, and then they were able to just kind of stagger it out, and they were able to get 41% without ever having to really win a fight. And then they were able to then generate that into a win, from what I have surmised.
All right. Well, don't go anywhere, folks. We're gonna try and figure out all these little technical issues throughout the break. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to the second SI Not Found Goats tournament. I apologize for a little technical delay. We're running into a few problems. Hopefully, we've addressed them and we fixed them, and we can just keep things running smoothly. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Knock on wood.
So just before, other than the technical issues, we had a pretty good map 1, honestly, from both teams. Both teams showed pretty. I mean, Gigachad obviously took a 2-0 win. But Preston, what did you see? What do you want to see from Caked Up on this next map to try and even out this series?
For Caked Up, I think it's gonna be really timing the ults out properly. I know I beat a dead horse every time, but ults are how you win fights in GOATs. And people who don't use them properly or don't use them at the right time, don't really understand the theory behind it, they're gonna suffer, and that's what we've been seeing in these tournaments.
All right, well, without further ado, we're gonna get into our second map, which of course you know what it's gonna be. It's King's Row. Everyone loves King. Yep. Everyone loves King's Row.
Yeah. Best map, bar none, not even close.
So we got a different game type here. And obviously, I've seen both of these teams play personally on this map. Both teams look pretty good. I won't lie. King's Row, obviously everyone loves King's Row. And both these teams are looking really solid on it here.
Everybody looks good on King's Row too, so I know my best round games row is on King's Row.
Ready for battle.
Okay, just give me a sec.
You good?
Getting better.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, the way I had it set up before wasn't conducive. So yeah, should be really interesting here. I'm curious to see where Gigachad holds, because I think it wasn't actually Gigachad, but it was Gigachad. That's right. There was one scrim where they just did the craziest hold, and they're going back for it, man. They want it. They're gonna take them from behind. So it'll be really interesting to see if
an interesting hold. Gigachad gamers get found out immediately, are forced to retreat back to the choke. Really good, good find by Whack, because that could have ended really poorly. Both rides got that Discord orb on them. Bakura and Monway falling very low, but Gigachad wants to play this aggressively right off the bat, and they take down Bakura, and this should probably be a one fight here. I mean, they're just bullying them in spawn.
Wow, 2 huge picks there. Absolutely, man, and they just keep on coming. Really, really good picks there, because it just delays. You can back up and you can just delay that time bank by even more.
And I just like looking at this ult charge here. Overall, Gigachad's winning the ult game. Koala's got a little bit of a lead on that grab, but it doesn't really look like it's going to be a whole lot. It's going to matter a whole lot. Monway trying for the flank shatter, gets one in the back line. They managed to capitalize on it, and again, another quick fight here. Gigachad looking really good on this hold here on King's Row.
As expected, King's Row defense is really strong, especially when you play aggressive. Now the Lucio was in a little bit of trouble, but the ult game should be good here because Lep has it while Koala has it, and they have a spare Brig ult for whenever.
Early grab comes out from Koala. Great transcendence from left there to protect his team. Supporters coming out left and right. Monway finds the early kill into Bakura. Can this bomb get anyone? Greeny finds Imagine, and again, another easy fight. Caked Up, looking kind of lost on this first attack here.
They do seem to be having some coordination problems here. It does suck that Tynum didn't have his ult up in that fight. But
what was that no for? What was that no at?
That was at Protein Shake, because Wuak has his bomb here, and now there's no beat. So we'll see if this gets 2, 3, maybe even 4 kills.
Gigachad getting a little bit of tire. Oh, here come all the ult. Ult's coming out from both sides. So huge shatter from Monway, but the trans from Imagine. Well, the trans from Imagine really did a great job at preventing some of that damage, but it looks like they're just gonna follow him back here. I was gonna say Gigachad decided. I mean, maybe they got tired of just bullying him in spawn. They're like, all right, we'll let you come on to point a little bit, you know. And then they dropped that huge shatter from Monway, and he's back to 60%.
I mean, when you cleave into the entire enemy team. Protein Shake with the shade. Oh my.
Both rides swinging away around the wall. Now Koala, it's his turn to drop the grab, and Lep again with the perfect transcendence to protect his team there. Monway drops the defensive shatter, doesn't find much. but the defensive measures are there. Drinkwater pops the rally early. They want to come in here, but good block by Monway. Whack, though, gets Bonesaw a little bit out of position. And now, yeah, both supports, two supports now fall. Both trade Lucio, still kind of anybody's fight. Let's see what they decide to do with some of these ultimates. Yeah, and it looks like Caked Up is just going to finally be able to take the first point here on King's Row.
Good for them. I'm glad they were able to take it. Tynan, though, little bit embarrassing there. He died with his beat to a bomb. But it may work out well in the end because there wasn't really much value that bomb ended up getting. It was somewhat misplaced.
All right, well, Caked Up, they just want to push their advantage. They want to take as much free push as they can get while this cart still comes out a little garage is there. Whack is going to sit back with the cart as the rest of the team kind of fights forward. Gigachad doesn't want to get too aggressive here. They're sort of waiting for them to come to them. Now they want to push the aggression, realizing they're not going to push up. Early beat comes out from Protein Shake, so they want to get really aggressive here. Counter beat comes from Tynum. Both teams sort of trading ults left and right. Grabs coming out from both sides. Trans coming everywhere. Monway drops another huge shatter, but the follow-up still isn't really there. Now it's there.
Yes.
Monway with a 5-man shatter. Another
he did. He just blew another shatter.
Oh my god! And he's got it. He's got another. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie just pointed out in my ear. Monway dropped the shatter, got 5 kills, and now he's got another shatter. What the hell?
For some reason, these kills from the Rhines are being a bit delayed.
Rally's coming out from both teams early. Monway drops another shatter, finds 4. Well, the bomb from Greeny, though. Good block from Bakura. But still, Bonesaw's going to go in and kill Bakura, and the damage is already done. Kofeud's all blue, Preston.
Yeah, absolutely insane series there. Just a really odd mix because the shatter came in and then the bomb went in. It didn't get any kills, but it melted the shield, so all of a sudden there's more pressure on the Reinhardt. Just a really confusing mix to be playing against.
Bonesaw, hey, waiting around the corner here, trying to pop a big grab right off the start, and he does, gets everybody in the grab. Can they follow up? And it looks like the follow-up is there. Gigachad doing a really good job of capitalizing on even these just single ultimate uses.
Well, when there aren't any support ults being used, these single ultimate uses can just win fights. So all you have to do is just use tank ults and you just win fights. So imagine that. I mean, he got his ult up now, but it's a little bit late. They're already down a fight.
All right, Monway waiting around the corner here, wants to drop the shatter. Protein Shake with the early beat. The trans comes out from left, good reactionary trans. Bomb from Whack doesn't find anybody, and neither does the grab. A big shatter from both sides. Monway, though, Monway gets shattered, and the rest of his team does too. And Caked Up looking to take this fight here to finally get some push, and it looks like that, and it looks like they will. I can't speak English.
So turns out it's hard to follow up a shatter when you're on your back. Looks like Gigachad had to find that one out the hard way. But can Caked Up take all of point B, or is it gonna end up ending in this streets phase here?
It looks like Gigachad wants to group together, take one last big fight. They want him to come to them. Well, as I say that, Monway charges into battle. Early rally comes out. Rally coming up from Iteraria. Oh, but Monway falls early. Looks like Gigachad's just gonna try. They're gonna retreat a little bit. Maybe just try and stall this out any more than they can. Greeny gets DMAC. Oh, the fire strike. Yeah, and this fight's over.
I mean, when you get separated from your team because you're being way too aggressive, yeah, the fight's gonna end quick. It's not gonna be a very long fight, especially when it's the Reinhardt dying, because this is not the Vancouver Titans where they can win a man down. This is very 6-man wins almost every time here.
All right, well, as this point pushes forward, Gigachad Gamers, they have to hold off Caked Up for a minute now. Rally comes out early from the Gigachad Gamers. Greeny gets Teenum again. He dies with beat. And Grabs coming out from Koala. Doesn't manage to find anybody. And Gigachad with a really good fight win there. Quick. They're quick. These guys are quick.
At some point as Lucio, you just have to say screw it and waste beat to keep yourself up. Because even though it's like, oh, it's just a Lucio. Lucio's the main source of healing in GOATs. He's going to be doing the most healing for the team, especially with the I guess now old Brig nerfs.
Bonesaw again. Well, they got the threat of Earth Shatter from Monway here. Bonesaw gonna try and hop around the corner, pop a grab. They get Teenum, but a really or Tynum, I'm sorry. They get a really good transcendence from Imagine That, but Tynum still falls. Big shatter from Monway. Protein Shake drops the beat again. Just let him keep fighting here. And Kicked Up, they're in final fight territory. Koala with the grab though. Can they capitalize on it? They're just gonna throw everything at this grab. They get 5-man. Bonesaw's gonna try and retreat so he can stay with his team. He's gonna get punished, and we're in overtime here, Preston. Final fight territory. Can Caked Up finish this map?
It looks like the ultimate economy should play a role here because while Bakura does have Shatter, there are 3 ultimates either online or coming online for Gigachad gamers. So we'll have to see if they're able to leverage that into an easier map for them.
Ooh, nice shatter from Bakura, finds 2. Beat comes out from Tynum. Caked Up playing this very slow. They don't have to play aggressive. They gotta wait for them to come to them. This is their last fight. They want to take this exactly how they want. Monway though still up, trying to. That shield's getting low. Gotta peek around the corner, getting very close to that Earth Shatter. Drops out of the corner. Get the 6-man shatter. It's huge. That's it. Oh my God. Koala still on point and Wax.
Wow.
He's correct.
Absolutely massive shatter. That was insane. The under the cart shatter is one of those where when it hits, it just makes you happy. You're just happy that you're watching it because you get a massive 6-man and there's nothing the enemy team can really do because you aren't telegraphing it. It's hard to see it coming. And it just dominated the enemy team. As you saw, there was no way they could follow up that with support ults or anything like that. It doesn't matter how well the rest of your team plays. If you get shattered by a Reinhardt, ugh, good luck.
Just such a clutch play. I mean, Protein Shake said it in the beginning of the match, looking like a little bit of a main tank difference here. And Bakura not playing too terribly. Like, he's not playing bad himself, but Monway just all these shatters, he's finding such an amazing time. Every time he uses it, it seems to get some sort of value.
I think a better way to phrase it is that Bakura is not a bad Reinhardt, right? He's not doing stuff bad Reinhardts do, like charging into the enemy team and dying. It's just, yeah, exactly. It's what I do sometimes too. There's a fine line between feeding and popping off, right? But Bakura is just getting outclassed by Monway here. And you got to give credit to the supports because they play a huge part in these Rhine 1v1s and they often go overlooked.
And now it's Gigachad's turn to push his attack. Kicked Up going to take a little bit more of a traditional approach, want to just chill on points here. Monway going to try and push the aggression while the rest of his team, they split around the statue, push Kicked Up off a point, already start to take progress, which is huge compared to Caked Up. They didn't take progress till a minute or 2 in, being pushed off a little bit by this initial pressure. Bonesaw falling very low. They want to heal up their Zarya before they can really go in and fight. Bonesaw kind of on the flank, hiding in Hotel, letting him get some healing. Monway, shield getting very low. Both Ryze just kind of waiting for this shadow to come up online. Not a whole lot of stuff happening right now. Both Ryze kind of just swinging away, backing away. Whack though! Early pick onto Monway, and Gigachad gamers are just going to retreat.
It was only a matter of time, them playing that aggressive, them getting that low, that it was bound to happen eventually. At some point, somebody was going to slip and there was going to be a pick, and we saw that. Monway just got a little bit too aggressive, pushed in a little bit too far on too low health, and all of a sudden, they leveraged that into a complete fight win.
Monway is getting very close to the shatter, which we know is very deadly. Protein Shake drops the beat, allowing them to get really greedy with the eat of the eats Koala's grab. Shatter from Monway finds a few, but doesn't manage to get any follow-up. Beat comes out from Tynum, and the trans from Lep, interestingly. Drink water, pop in the rally. Oh, might have been a fat figure there from Bonesaw. Huge shatter, 6-man from Bakura. He heard us saying he's not comparing, and
yeah, he must have, and he got mad. Really, that one just comes down to a little bit of overconfidence. You know, we've done it. They called that point. They're like, we have this. They decided to invest the ultimate to stall it out and get that point, but they weren't able to do it. And so now we go back, and this is going to be the 3rd fight on this point. We have to see if they can get a single tick, being they got 2 last time.
Rally coming out from Terraria early. Left
Oh,
falls to the bomb in the
no.
backline from Whack. But they do find Koala, so I guess the trade comes out. Bakura with the shatter finds 2, but doesn't find any kills. Greeny with the bomb. He finds 2 of his own, throwing the bomb up on the high ground. And the Gigachad Gamers, really nice use of these divas. Oh my god.
Oh my.
And Gigachad Gamers going to take .1 here on Kings Row.
And this is why a lot of it comes down to just use your ult. You know, you throw a diva bomb in there, and the Lucio just didn't have it because he's been holding on to it, or he just wasn't able to build it up fast enough. It gets a 2K, and that completely swings the fight. So, and it looks like, oh, Atomac, I saw a 76%, and I was like, oh. But yeah, Atomac almost has the mech back. Greeny gonna be playing. It is really interesting though that Caked Up left Wuak on the back of the fight, whereas the Zen was left back this time.
Oh, Monway gets caught out by that grab from Koala. Gets melted. So they're going to be fighting without a Reinhardt here. And Caked Up's just going to try and bully these guys back towards the cart. But they've already pushed halfway through Streets phase.
Yeah.
Over the course of a fight or two. I'd say that's kind of a win for the Gigachad Gamers.
Massive, yeah. Massive win for the Gigachad Gamers there. Just because they were able to get so much progress without taking any fights that mattered. They didn't really need to invest any ultimates, but it looks like they did.
All right, well, both Reinhardts got these shatters up. Let's see what Monway can do. Can he pull out the magic again? Drops the shatter, gets a 5-man!
5-man.
Oh, but a really nice ult there from Imagine That, just trying to keep his team alive. Rallies come out from both Brigs just to give themselves that extra armor so they can just brawl it out. Bakora's got the Discord orb, and both teams are doing a really good job of utilizing that Discord and punishing. And Gigachad just going to keep pushing this point here. Greeny throws the bomb, and we know how dangerous those can be. Finds Koala from downtown. Bonesaw follows it up with 2. It's all blue in the kill feed again. Gigachad Gamers just able to continuously just apply pressure to these guys.
So it really came down to that kill on Tynam, because he was able to kill Tynam before Imagine That got up and used his trance, which meant for the rest of the fight they were down, and it was going to be really hard because they were down a ton of healing. And then that pick on Koala was just an unlucky line of sight that everybody hates to have happen but loves to see.
All right. Early beat comes out for Proteshake. Monway drops the shatter, finds 2. Bakor with the counter gets blocked, but still manages to find 2 people left with the Transcendence. They want to just fight aggressive. Bonesaw gets his grab eaten by Whack, though. Whack with the bomb in the back line. Doesn't manage to find anybody else. Bakora picks up Terraria, so both Brigs down for each team. Fight's still kind of just happening right now. Nothing huge. Now Caked Up starting to push the advantage, punish a little bit. And just look at the time bank difference here, Preston. When Caked Up was in this position, they were on final fight. They still have 3 minutes to push this on the side of Gigachad.
In theory, Caked Up would have to put on an absolutely stellar defense in order to stop this from going the way of the Gigachad Gamers, but they might be able to. We never know.
All right, Monway's got this shatter again. Let's see if he can put any magic. Early grab comes out from Koala. Not a whole lot of cleave. Good healing coming out on the side of the Gigachad Gamers. Bakor tries to drop the shatter. It doesn't work. Monway with the shatter gets 3. Rally comes out from Drinkwater, though, trying to keep his team alive, but the damage might have already been done. They lost their Zenyatta. No Transcendence. Bakor's shield getting very low. Gigachad Gamers just want to pressure these guys back into spawn, get as much free progress. The cart is nearing completion, and there's 2 minutes left to go. Imagine that out of spawn, just drops the trance so we can get back to the fight. Protein Shake drops the beat, though, to just keep his team alive so they can keep fighting. Greeny throws the bomb up. Let's see if he can grab him with it. Oh, he finds Tynam again. Tynam dies with beat again. Terraria with another rally, and Monway drops a huge shatter. Greeny eats the grab, and that's it. The Gigachad Gamers take the first match of the series 2-0, knocking Caked Up down to the losers bracket. What a rush, man. What a rush.
That was crazy. Yeah, that was definitely crazy. I just can't believe that Tynam died to the bomb like 7 times
with beat. Always when he died, it was with beat.
Just use beat. Even if you don't generate value, you're on pace, or you should be pretty close to pace. But yeah, absolutely crazy. I don't know what he was thinking, but it was an interesting game. I'll give him that.
Well, push aside some of those technical issues, come through with a really great map on Kings Row. Gigachad Gamers taking the first match of the series 2-0. We're going to cut to a quick 5-minute break here, and then be right back with the Burger Flippers and Elbows Elbow. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.